And although the monster seems to have left the city now, Ohio was left completely destroyed. Neighboring cities commented on the tragedy. Nothing of value was lost. In other news, Retro Barcelona, the event for retro game enthusiasts, happened recently. And Mika is on the field with the scoop. Take it away, Mika.
Hello, Tatsu, and to you that is watching us today. I am live from Barcelona, Spain, inside a game event that is all about retro games, free-to-play arcades, tournaments, celebrities and talks. We have a bit of everything here today, let's check it out. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get our newest videos. The Retro Barcelona has been organized since 2013 by an association that wants to spread the love and awareness about retro PC and console gaming here in Spain. In the last 3 years, it has happened at the convention center called La Farga, and is getting bigger each year. For this edition, they even had international guests. Dom fans had the chance to get some photos and their games autographed by the one and only John Romero in the flesh. And you don't even have to be his for it. Music fans also had the chance to listen to Eleski playing their favorite game themes on the piano. One of the things I liked the most about this event was the amazing amount of games, all free to play, from arcades to PCs and consoles. There are a dozen of amazing things that you don't see every day. A lot of independent Spanish groups joined the event with their tables and precious gems, such as these fully working Vectrex. And I never saw so many Amstrad models. It was my first time playing one. They also got tables with Commodores and other retro games. You could sit and have some fun, but there are no rules. So sometimes you need to be extra patient, or make some threatening face for that kid that has been playing House of the Dead for 20 minutes non-stop. But it's super cool to see so many families and small kids having their first experience with classics like Crazy Taxi or Duck Hunt. There is a lot we can do to discover old games via emulation today. But some interactions, such as playing the drums on Taiko Drum Master or changing gears on Neo Drift Out, are really special if you have all the physical pieces together. On the RKL, you could even relive your childhood traumas, like when you're almost finishing Orochi on KOF and someone just presses start on player 2, giving you a beating, and you run off to cry in a corner. We made so many memories playing a lot of amazing things for free, but you could also bring a lot of those things home, if you are not afraid of emptying your wallet. A good chunk of space on the fair was for stores selling some games and lovely handcrafted stuff. For the more general part, there was a bit of everything. Shirts, frames, pokeballs, figures, you name it. There was some official merchandising, but it was mostly handcrafted pieces and original creations. Look at those Zelda statues, oh my god! There are also some items to improve your collection, like those amazing acrylic boxes and stands that we actually use and recommend, and those light plaques that are so cool. And what about the games to buy? So that one is a bit tricky. Retro Barcelona was the first experience that we had in a retro-only event in Europe, so the expectations were that we would find crazy deals and hidden gems everywhere. Yeah, we saw some gems, but the prices, not even close to a bargain. And half of the vendors were from Barcelona, so we already knew the stores and the prices. But even sellers from around the country didn't have any crazy deals. And there were a surprising amount of imported Japanese games. And that is okay to have a store like Super Boniato, with amazing Japanese hardware at great prices. But almost all stores had a bigger selection of Japanese games than European ones. And it is not exactly exciting when you find a Persona 3 portable for 30 euros that you can even read. The price for Japanese games were better, but if you want to play rather than collect, you can't do much with them. And I One small pet peeve of mine are those annoying plastic covers all over the games. Why can't I touch the games? And some didn't even have the price tag. So you needed to ask someone to Gravity to take a look with every single one. Check the price and ask again to see if the game is complete or in good condition. And then ask them to put it back because how expensive everything is. But that's retro collecting in 2025 for you. And it was super hard to see, as the lights were reflecting on the plastic. It wasn't a good experience. But there weren't just retro games selling at the event. There were also some modern games for sale, and those were the best bargains. Especially from the Impact Game Store that had some recent titles, limited run labels, and even arcade games. They had a great selection, and we got some stuff there. For the retro games, we did a lot of digging and haggling to find some cool and different stuff. And in the end, we left the event with some bags. A bit more on the accessory side of things, but there were some neat finds. And that was our final haul. Look at this super cute Dreamcast bag that makes my Sega's heart sing. And that was it for Retro Barcelona. So it's back to you, Tatsu.
Thanks Mika, great job out there. Next up, local farmer complains about the lukewarm response to his arrival on the town. Nobody wants to be friends with me. They actually expect me to keep giving them stuff as free gift in exchange for a friendship. I mean, what the hell? That and a lot more after this short break.
What happens when you take a whole chicken, pack it full of mashed potatoes, top it full of gravy, insert some corn, then deep fry it? You've got yourself a meal. The all-new stuffed Pollo Toto Frito, now at Cluck and Bell. The meal in one just got massive. Cluck and Bell.